Next speaker is Dr. C. Anandharamakrishnan, Director General, Director CSIR, National Institute of Interdisciplinary Science and Technology. He is an active researcher with more than 2 decades of experience in research and administration. His research has endeavored well documented in the form of 213 impact factor publications, with an average impact factor of 5.7, 3 international patents, 9 Indian patents, 1 commercialized technology, 8 patents applied for registration. He is also the author and editor of 15 books, 112 book chapters, and covered over a large number of publications. He has supervised 17 theses and more than 50 bachelor's and master's theses. I think he is the person who we are willing to hear. So I think a good round of applause.
Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Oberoi inviting me for today's podium. NIFTEM-K is not new to me. I was part of the board for more than 6 years of NIFTEM-K, and the way in which is moving on the NIFTEM-K, contributing to the food science and technology, food processing sector is very commendable. Along with the NIFTEM-K, I was the director of NIFTEM-K 6 years. Now both the institutes have come to the stage. India's food processing totally depending on these 2 institutions. Earlier it was not in the case. Very few institutions is supporting to ministry. Now these two institutions is a double engine to move the Ministry of Food Processing industry, in particular, in general, India's food processing sector. Today I am going to talk entirely different than what Patil sir has mentioned about it, food processing and climate change. People often say, what is that climate change relevant to the food processing sector? Can you believe 26% of greenhouse emissions is contributed by the food and food processing sector? 26%. We are talking about vehicles, we are talking about solar, all these things. But often we neglected what is that impact of food processing sector. Every day, if rain comes, today southern India full of rain, now here hot, climate has changed. That's what we are telling you. But climate has not changed. We have changed the climate. Climate is exactly the same. We are continuously dumping, changing our air. If you look at that 1970 to 79 and 2010 to 90, floods 3 times higher, forest fire 4 times higher, storm 3 times higher. Why it is continuously happening? Each and every corner of the earth is happening this is. If you look at our surface temperature of the earth, the year of 1865 to now, you see that how the temperature is rising one by one. When the industrial revolution starts at 1990, the temperature started picking up. That our cutoff point is ideally 1.5, not 2. We fixed it 2, but we should not allow to go beyond 2. If you crosses 2, what will happen? Antarctica start melts. Chennai will go off. Calcutta will go, Bombay will go. This is the what we are going to face future. We need to think very, very carefully. We are thinking once climate change is not only vehicle emission, we are putting every year vehicle norms and all emissions. Look at what is that energy usage. India is 3rd largest energy usage, including this hub. 30% of the energy usage comes from the ACs and making the cooling of this type of hall and the house everywhere. And in turn, if you look at India is 4th largest emission of carbon dioxide. Per capita, it's almost 1.9. Is it allowed to go like this? Once our population is continuously in rise, then see that this both the figure, right and left, this is the main cause of the whole impact of greenhouse gases. But not only is the good picture to show here, 30%, 38% oil dependent gas, and see we are telling a 20% bioethanol can be added. Is it possible? No, we already, maybe ambitious target, we are already 10%. What is the cost of bioethanol production now? Per liter goes beyond 100 rupees. The enzymes what you wanted to produce the bioethanol comes from only one company. Even this many organizations, research institutions are there, we are not able to produce the enzymes to produce the bioethanol conversion. See that what is the demand, highest peak demand has happened in 2020, 2050, what is the demand, we are not going to make it, whatever the fossil fuels available in the earth. This is the one side of the story. You come to our own story of food processing, if you see the food processing value chain, Patil sir has mentioned about it, it comes from the production, mainly the field, agriculture, small and medium farmers, producers, everything, then primary processing, grading and sorting, washing, all these things happen in the primary processing, then goes for the value addition. We are making different value added products. That's what our job, we are doing it, continuously we are doing it. Without food processing, you can't expand the shelf life of any of the agri commodities. Then goes for the packaging, then marketing and export. This is all this point of the value chain. Each and every place carbon footprint is there. You look at the first 3 points. The huge amount of the energy input is goes, same time huge amount of the waste is the solid waste, liquid waste, grading, washing, everywhere liquid waste is coming and the solid waste. Any of the fruits and vegetable processing, if you go, 20% is wastage is coming. Then carbon dioxide emission is happening in 3. One culprit often we forgetting is the packaging. That is the one today I am going to speak about it. We are often neglecting, but that is the important area. Food processor we are using. Any processed food has to be packaged. The marketing and export what you are putting here, sir. 2 is the carbon footprint. The transport of the material has to go which way you want it to move, and the weight, whatever you are adding, canning, the weight increases. Glass weight increases. The carbon footprint continuously increasing. The selection of the material, selection of the marketing and export is the key element for carbon footprint. Yes, India is growing, consumers want a different type of thing. 100 years back we have taken food for the energy, 50 years back we have taken food for the nutrition. Now what for we are taking? We wanted to enjoy taking the food. We wanted to get a pleasure of taking the food. You see that weekends we are going to restaurant. It was not happened 10 years or 20 years back. Every weekends families are going to the restaurant, taking the food, enjoy the food. That's what. Food is become part of entertainment and happy family, everything, whatever you call it. Now customers want customization, personalized nutrition, different product range, ethical food choice. What is that? Recent studies demonstrated in the US, 40% of the population wanted to buy the product, the company manufactured, ethically manufactured, no child labor, fair trade, they use the biopolymers or the environmentally suitable packaging material they wanted to buy. That's what you know that one of the famous mobile phone, they told we are not going to produce we are not going to give the charger. Because they told we don't want to more material into the earth. So we love it. So that's what now the food industry also think how to manufacture like that. And the brand. They wanted to create a brand around that. You see the coffee, 20 rupees coffee, you will get it in the local shop, you go to another good shop, you will get the 100 rupees, you will get the coffee at 500 rupees. Same coffee bean, same extraction, everything is same. Only thing the way in which they deliver to you. Then they create a brand around the food. It was not the case earlier, now it has come with the brand also play the role. In that scenario, Indian food industry continuously growing. Right now it's a $268 billion business right now, 2024, and it's predicted next year it's going to be 535 billion. Definitely you know that after election results what is happening in the food industry. Genius are sitting in front of me, they know that last year 52 billion we are exported, 35% increase in ready to cook product. It's continuously the rise. If increasing the food industry such a fast and rapid phase, definitely that will impact on carbon dioxide emission. The total carbon dioxide emission is from the food system is 13.7 gigatons. That is equivalent to the total 26%. We are contributing 26% of the carbon dioxide emission in the global. So who will going to address this one? We wanted to achieve 2050 net zero. Is it possible to achieve? Government of India told 2070 is our target to achieve the net zero. Where we have put up the plan to reduce this 26% of the carbon dioxide emission in the food system. If you look at the food system, greenhouse gas emission takes place in the food is 13%, non-food is going on 38%. The land usage is 50%, water usage is 70%. we are taking most of the resources in the air for the development of the product and the processed food or the convenience food, whatever it is. So my suggestion is we wanted to look into the 3 P's for the food processing sustainability in the future. One is the production, second one is the processing, third one is the packaging. Production, yes, this is the main culprit. If you like it or not, ICR people are there, they know that it is the important, and we need to see that how best we can have an alternative to do that. Beef, so animal processing, animal agriculture, fish, all these things contributed more. You see that highest amount from the beef, chicken and the other processing, it comes continuously there because the amount of methane is released from the animal agriculture, animal source food. Then other source, either rice or wheat, water intensive or the energy input is going to the field to convert package of the rice. How much energy input is going, how much calories you are getting. That is the key element. We need a calories, this much amount, that much amount of the energy input is nothing is balancing. I will give a simple example. The best conversion is the chicken. You give the 9 calories of the feed of the greens, vegetable, whatever you give the feed. What is the amount of calorie outcome is coming from the chicken is only 1 calorie. This is the best one. If you see that beef, 40 calories in, you are getting only 1 calories out from the animal. Over and above, land, water, all these things is going in. What is the alternative in front of us? We need a protein for our human being to live. Further, this is the best alternative or any other alternative with us. That's what one should think. The best alternative is alternative protein from other sources. We have done, you can take the soya or other proteins, you take the extraction of the protein, you make the meat like structure, there's a meat analogs, we can do it from 3D printed NIFTEM-K. We have done this work, even NIST, we have made the meat analogs using that. Even we reached at 28% of the protein in the what is that condition, and we can get the same type of taste and whatever you feel it about, everything it can be given from the meat analogs. This is the one alternative. I am not going for the detail because today I am not going to talk about alternatives. Look at the processing. Partly are mentioned about auto processing. I give only one example of carbonated beverages. If you take it from the production machinery, 5.6 gram of carbon dioxide per liter of the carbonated juice. Then 54 gram the sweetener is produced. Packaging is produced 58 gram of carbon dioxide per liter of the carbonated juice. This is the line. If you take it, you calculate each and every machinery is what is the footprint of the carbon. This is the what is coming. So where we have to look into that. One is that the feed, second one is the packaging. At least we will take it next 10 years, we address these 2 things. Can we reduce some extent? Then we will move on to one by one. That is the what we need to think how best we can go. Look at here, production versus the processing versus the packaging. The first portion is the beverages, grains, dairy. The first line is the production, second one is the processing, third one is the packaging. These 3 components we need to look into that. So production and the processing, already yesterday maybe would have been discussed about the production of the different agricultural crops, how much reduce the increase of the carbon footprint, and just now sir has mentioned about the processing the machinery. Now I am going to talk about the packaging, which contributes 4.6% of total carbon dioxide emissions among all the food systems. The processing is 3.5%, production is 39%. So I will focus on now packaging. We'll switch over to the packaging. How we can reduce the packaging to make net zero future. Our target is we can keep it at 2050, not 2070. If you look at every minute in India, 15,000 multi-layered packages are purchased and dumped. Whatever is the Tetra Pak, whatever it is, the climate is has to be recycled. But India, we are not able to recycle. That's what it is the problem. If the layers and the composites are involved, aluminum layers are there, you can't recycle that easily. What one should think about it. Right now, per person is using is almost 8.6 kg per person. We are using the packaging consumption. Take it on chocolate. You eat through a paper. Where that chocolate paper is moving, can you think about life cycle of that paper? You can't even imagine. Per day you are taking 2 chocolates, per month 10 chocolates. You think about, just you put it in your mouth, 5 minutes you enjoy, finished it. But the life cycle of that paper, where it goes, where it ends, that is the what important. And the plastics is comes from the rivers to the sea. It moves each and every place these plastics. But market is tremendously increasing, and US market 1.14 trillion, it is increased to 1.38 trillion predicted 2029, and India's market is booming market, and the plastic and all the packaging is 84, it's predicted 142 billion in the future. Mainly the paper, 33%, then flexible plastics 25%, rigid plastics 18%, then metal, glass and other things. What it contributes? Look at here, 9% of the plastics only recycled. The paper globally 17% are waste. But one thing you should understand, paper is not come directly. It comes converting the tree. You are cutting the tree. That means 50% less carbon dioxide you are releasing. People are thinking, I use the paper, I am the responsible. No, you are already stopped absorbing the carbon dioxide to the tree. Then how much energy is going inside? And the 20% of the waste is from the packaging industry. The simple example, what is we are predicting is 1.34 gigatons of the carbon dioxide emission only from the packaging industry. That is equivalent to the 300 number of 500 megawatt power plant of emission. Can you imagine? India is moving at this fast, 535 billion size of their food market, 35% increase in the ready-to-go product. That means this is the what finally we are going to end up. So we need to address this is the problem. Right time, this type of conference has been arranged to mitigate this one. That is the important. It's the responsibility of NIFTEMs, both the NIFTEM Tanjavur as well as NIFTEM Kundai has to put up the special program how to do that. Otherwise, it's not going to happen soon. See the 380 million tons of the plastics has been produced. We will look at only plastics. Out of which only 50% is recycled. That means 190 million tons is dumped every year on Earth. Every year adding. You see that cumulative how much is going to be dumped on our Earth. And 1 million sea animals are died because they are eating the plastic as the food. And we are taking 18 kg of the plastics and we are able to recycle only 86% of that. Then we can split into this plastic into microplastic, nanoplastic. You know the size, I am not going to put. Right now, look at the sea. 1 is to 3. 1 ton of the plastic is the 3 ton of the sea. Fish is there in our sea. 2050 it is going to be 1:1. Can we afford to do that one? Then you can't eat fish. Now also today you are taking the seafood, you are taking the plastic. No other way. So this is the what continuously is happening. You look at that. Who has given permission to spoil the sea? Who has given permission us to do dumping all this matrix? Our soil structure is changed, our sea structure is changed, everything is changing. But culprit is, right or wrong, 40% culprit comes from the food industry of you and me. The microplastics, that less than 5 mm to 1 micron size is particle is called as a microplastic. Right now per year you are taking 900 microplastics you are digesting. Can you believe every week you are taking 1 credit card size of the microplastic you and me we are taking? Yes, this is the data is true. Only thing where we are saved is, it is not absorbed in our body. That is the what we save. This comes out. But think about particle sizes goes less than 75 nanometers or 800 nanometers is crossed that blood-brain barrier, it goes to your bloodstream. Same microplastic, put up the cancer in our India, microplastic, bisphenol is coming. Exactly map. You put the cancer wise and the microplastic absorption, exactly interlinked. Till date, we are thinking about plastic dumping in the earth or throwing that is only affected by the climate change. No, it is affecting your health. That's what we need to think. How it is coming to us is the food chain. If you are not stopping there, we are going to face huge problem. Bombay, 500 microplastics are present in the drinking water of Mumbai. Recent study that done by the ICR group. That recent study in the Tuticorin, all the water, river water has a 138 microplastics are present into that. Now in this Trivandrum we have taken the studies, we wanted to see that how it is affecting the absorption of the nutrients when it goes for the systemic circulations. It is crossing the blood-brain barrier, how it is changing the villi and microvilli in our systemic circulation. That's what we have taken the study. The value, what you look at, the plastics value, you consider only 14% are recycled. That means remaining value of this product are wasted. That is almost 80 to 120 billion amount of worth of the value we are losing. And Kiki has reported 133 billion worth of the material lost by 2030. We don't have the data right now with the Central Pollution Control Board. We have the data from the 2015 to 20. You see that 15,89,000 tons per annum plastic waste has produced. Now it's the 34, already doubled. Another 5 years time, 25, definitely would have been doubled. This is what going to increase. This all plastics goes in everywhere, including coming to your body. What is the technological gap as a NIFTEM-K, Tanjavur, NIST can do? One is that shorting of the polymer waste is difficult in not only India, everywhere. We are talking about PLA, PHP, all the things for biopolymer alternative. Where are these? How we can recycle? We put a lot of effort to create a biopolymer. Can we recycle it? This biopolymer goes to the polyethylene, you can't segregate. Then what is the method to do that? And degradation method, can be accelerated the degradation, that is the one. Microplastics, mitigations, how it is travels, which industry is releasing this microplastic into the river, and the fossil fuel, all these things to that. Yes, I said paper is not a good alternative. 15 billion trees are cut down every year, 4 times higher energy needed than the plastics. 70% more pollution it creates, 50 times higher water needed. When you wanted to make a paper, you need to have a wood, a waste paper, then pulping, chlorine, bleaching, then you have to make the dryer, roller dryer, all the things, then you get the paper. This is the what happening. So thinking about paper is not a good alternative. Even we are not doing the good recycling. India has done very well. 2011 we have done 29%, now increased to 43%. But this has to go more than 70% another 5 years time. That's what we need to look how best we can do. Can we go for the glass as alternative? Look at the production of the glass. We are making the 36 million tons per year. The amount of the carbon dioxide released to making the glass is quite very high. Okay, that is the one side of the story. Second side is if you wanted to recycle, it releases 2.2 million tons of the CO2. This is the what it is. Glass also is not an alternative. Then what is the other alternative? Can, right? But I come to that story later, and if you look at the metal and glass, it's a fragile, more carbon footprint, recycling challenge and mitigation is always high. This is the what can story. If you look at the per ton of the production of the can and PET bottle, the CO2 produced the PET bottle is 2.3, and look at can, it produces CO2 is 12.22. So you see the can is alternative. So we are in the situation, we are in the scenario, nothing is available in front of us when we are talking about sustainable packaging. So what the consumers want, what the industry want, where is the technological input is needed. That I leave it to all the students and technologists can think about it. We need to come up with a solution. Not only that, we don't have the solution for testing. Accelerated condition, at-home condition, how much, which are the method can be used to test the biopolymer. Monitoring system, we don't have the life cycle analysis of this material, how it goes, the blockchain. You see, what plastic has produced, the wrapped, where it ends. Any industry has the data. If the data is there, then we can know that the whole chain of the actions, then we can stop which point we need to stop. The recent data is very clear. Consumers, you and me wanted to go for the sustainable packaging. Yes, we wanted. 57% wanted to go for sustainable packaging. In Indian scenario, the recent data. Even 71% wanted to pay higher amount of the money to buy that type of product. Yes, market is growing 5.46 million tons right now. It's going to be 8.22 tons in the future. Yes, that is the quite lot increasing, and the global market also increasing 7.67%. It is the 292 billion is going to be a 423 billion type of the market share in the sustainable packaging. What we have to do? Yes, we have to rethink. You see the two scenarios given here. Plastic market is 22 billion, but the impact of the plastic waste, either municipality to the corporation to the large industries, segregation, collection and recycling, that put money worth of 139 billion. So here only we have to think very, very closely. 535 billion business you wanted to make in the food processing sector, but the government has to spend another 100 billion to manage that waste. Is it a correct way of approach as the food industry? I leave it to you. Think about it. We need to put a lot of effort. That's what I wanted to say. Thanks to Uberai sir to to put up the such type of topic. Always we are talking about food industry is good. We have to also think about and say what is the problem we are facing, what is industry facing, what is the solution for that. One is the good manufacturing practice, yes, true that. Adapting the less energy, saving emission, reduction in energy input in every stage of the process. Small unit operation, you need to see that how best you can reduce the energy input. And sustainable packaging solution, till now we don't have the clear biopolymer in front of us. We have done some biopolymers using the PHP and PLA along with the cotton. Printability is the problem. And if you blow into the extrusion, you can't get that temperature, you can't make it. The strength, you can go for the nanocomposites. If you put the nanocomposite, leaching is happening on that. How best you can put the nanocomposite? So this problem we need to address. If we are not addressing, who is going to address? The storage and distribution system has to be segregated. This centralized system has to be avoided. If you make it a centralized system, you are increasing the more carbon footprint. So decentralized, you make it as close as units are very close to the metros, then distribution system can be reduced, then carbon footprint can be reduced. After I took over as the director of CSIR-NIIST, we proposed that sustainable packaging mission. Already this mission is on. Almost 17 CSIR labs joined together. We are working on it. CSIR-NIIST is taking, I am the mission director for this whole mission program. We wanted to bring sustainable packaging solution within another 3 years' time. Can we have alternative to Tetra Pak? Yes, that's what we are trying to do. Can we make the bottles, instead of glass bottle, can biopolymer bottles? How to recycle it? More than institutions, this 17 institutions, we have 30 industries joined hand with us this mission. We wanted to work very closely with the industry to bring out a lot of solutions what right now packaging industry facing in our nation, including centralized testing center at CSIR-NIIST for the biodegradable testing. All the testing can be done in CSIR-NIIST. See, this earth is not belongs to you and me. It's a future generation too. If you are not saving this earth, tomorrow what we are talking about, dinosaurs was there sometime. Tomorrow somebody will tell about humans are living this earth. We can't allow it to happen like that. The responsibility everybody, the future depends on what we do present. Make a good food, makes you happy, keeps you healthy, saves our planet. Thank you so much, Kali.